And to continue on from the last, the plan, the QTS plan number one. This is QTS plan, excuse me, number 1A. Yeah, so the Acrolish of love is a mechanism that I'm developing, a technique, just just actually just information to help people shift their perspective, not to shift their perspective in any certain way, but to actually shift their perspective of their initial how they how what they do with the information that is coming into them. You know, what they hear, what they see, what you know, what they feel, and 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 maybe add a few different uh, points or what have you, or a few more questions to the processes that they've always been using, but just to introduce a few more things that work towards expanding the awareness, their field of awareness, what and the information taken in, and to be able to incorporate that new information, those feelings or the results or the whatever it might be about those junctures. And see, this is all about making your map and developing your language, your own language, and developing a map so you know where you are, you know how where you need to, you know what roads, what avenues, what paths to take to get to a certain place, a certain destination, and you know that if you get lost or whatever, you get in a situation to need to know where that juncture is, that particular juncture is, then you can use your map to retrace to get back to that position, location, juncture, however you want to look at it. But what I'm trying to develop is a more, without adding all the emotional stuff into it. I'm not trying to take away the sensualness of languages. I'm trying to put together something that is very logical with the little emotion, so that's sort of like the emotion is acting like memory. See, memory on a computer, in an operating system. So the less memory resource that has to be put towards the operation, the actual tasks and such that the operating system is doing, the less memory, that element of the programming and the processing, that resource, so that we can reduce that can be reduced. See, we'll become more efficient, and our programming and our processing will become faster, which means that we will develop more advanced thoughts and ideas, and develop things from a different perspective, that from a more aware, broader perspective. So, and also wanted to say, I forgot it in the last video, but I'm also, I think I'm gonna maybe get I know a little bit about cryptos, but I hadn't really read up on everything, and I know. But anyway, so I want to get a wallet or a couple of wallets and I'd like some advice on kind of just getting into something. I don't really have the monetary resource really to invest in anything. So I'm trying. This is another thing that I'm kind of is a offshoot from, and I think will work very well with the concept of the Vigilant Vagrant, is to develop cryptos, these digital currencies, so that they're more accessible to the poor people, the homeless people, because this will change lives. And so if I can go through it myself and explain it and provide examples and the information, how to process the information that I'm learning, that I'm coming across, and translate that into a variable, which I guess it would be variable, but a viable income, a viable resource accumulating or sustainable way to maintain survival. And when this gets developed and it's successful, take it and that's the seed. So take that seed, we'll plant it and grow more to produce more seeds of these types of innovations. So any advice or what have you about getting started like what I'm talking about from ground -10, okay, and working up from there, as in not having a phone, not having permanent residence address, nothing, having nothing, and being homeless. Okay, what's the path out of that, without going to any extremes or hitting the lottery or something like that? No, we're talking about getting started with little to zero resources and working up from there. So I'd appreciate any advice or any information you can pass on this way, and think about it. And if you come up with something, then do it. Because we need to get the people involved in this stuff. And right now, it's keeping a lot of people from participating. Maybe there's the availability of everything, but it's not very well known. It's not popular, and there has to be a more straightforward method used to educate, and also to educate and operate this type of monetary system or resource management system. So wish me luck. I'm trying to put out some better information here, and again, this is a little longer one, but I did want to cover that. And so, yeah, the reason I was going to do my wallets and all was to maybe put some donation buttons up or whatever that can help myself out a little bit, because I've been, like I said, since 2016 I've been homeless, and I'm basically getting what little I can through sort of like the king of the road, 2 hours pushing broom by the 8x12 4-bit room. Yeah, well, a couple hours, gets me a few dollars, and gets me, a little bit to eat, but nothing more than that really. So maybe some donation buttons to begin with, or if I can figure out something somehow to generate something to get something going in this aspect. And like I said, geared towards keeping it simple. What to say? Keep it stupid simple. And not so that anybody could take a system. It's not necessarily to beat the game, to overcome the game and everything else. It's to manage the game and to maintain the game with as little stress and as little hardship, but also, on the other hand, that is educational and rewarding at the same time. So anyway, let me know what you think. I really would appreciate some feedback on this, because I think this, moving forward, this would be a very helpful thing for everybody to participate in. Getting people on board with kind of shifting their perspectives a little bit in how we work with and participate in these exchange systems, and what we're really, what are we really working towards? Okay, are we really being progressive and modern, the way that we think about these systems now, or are these disruptions we're seeing, is that telling us that maybe we ought to go back to the drawing board ourselves and rethink a few things? We all have a blessed day, an awesome day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Thanks for watching.